Welcome to Shoe Time in the Morning
with Mitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Shoe Time in the Morning with Mitch. We are in the throes of muscular strength. Remember, there's a difference between strength and power. Strength, how much force our muscles can generate. And we are going to get right to the point, because we're going to say the best way to explain to you what strength is to show you some of these big gargantuan beasts putting their strength to work. So, saying that to say, we got a little bit of extra shoe time in the form of some strength samples right after this shoe time. But strength is the maximal generation of force by your muscles. Remember, your muscles have the slow twitch and the fast twitch muscle fibers, and power is the generation of force over a quick amount of time. So there is a difference there. But we're going to see all kinds of things that are strength related and a lot of different values and facets of that as we go. You can think of strength like a big semi-truck pulling a load. It's not really going fast, but it's moving it. Oh boy, it's got a lot of strength. It's moving it. All right, you can think of power as maybe like a big Jeep or a big off-road vehicle, moving that heavy weight and boom, doing a jump afterwards or something like that. You got speed and quickness to the power. Strength is just moving it and getting the job done. So we're going to show you some special ones. Afterwards, we're going to kick it over to Mr. Morin-Himwig for our second part, and then we're going to be right back with some videos. Mr. Morin-Himwig, what you got for us?
Well, talking about muscular strength reminds me. I remember seeing these strong human beings, and they'll pick up a huge log. I mean, a huge log, like they're going to squat with it. And they'll go down into a squat position, and they will squat walk. They'll be like this. You've seen like the logs, and they're squatting. And I don't know how heavy those logs are, but they got to be real uncomfortable on that neck. Do you guys happen to know how heavy they may be?
I don't know the exact weight, but they do them with different weights. But if you think about just the accumulation of anything, if you remember 2 videos ago, we were talking about hay bales, right?
Yeah.
And a piece of straw, piece of hay might weigh a tenth of a pound, nothing. You could take that thing, break it, do whatever you want. But you put a couple 100,000 pieces of that together in a hay bale, and guess what? Now, you can't barely lift that thing off the ground. So the weight accumulates pretty naturally.
And it gets even heavier if you put a needle in there.
Well, needle in that haystack, baby.
Woo, hey, that wasn't bad. That wasn't planned either. So that's one memory I have of an athlete showing great muscular strength. Mr. Mitchell, how about you?
I think Olympics. I always watched the Olympics when I was growing up as a kid. It was just something that we did. We watched the Winter Olympics, and we watched the hockey teams, and we watched the skaters, and we watched the jumpers, and then in the summertime we watched the athletes who were doing like the strength athletes. You get these huge guys from all of these different countries finding out who can lift the most weight. And I always remember, for me, it was the clean and jerk, where you would take a bar with weights on either side. How much weight do you think, Mr. Shoemake? 700?
Yeah, 500, 600, 700 pounds.
700 pounds. The guy would squat over it. He would hold it. He would flip it up to here, and then he would try and lift it all the way up to here. A combination of strength and power. And sometimes these guys would be shaking like a leaf trying to get that weight up there. And they were all behemoths. All of these huge guys from all over the world. And I always remember watching that as a kid.
You know, if you remember last video, Mr. Mitchell shook it a little bit. Don't you remember that, Shoemake?
Absolutely.
And then this video, he's getting up. He's close to busting out on a dance.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Not that close. Not that close.
Mr. Shoemaker, how about you? An example of a memory you have of someone showing great muscular strength.
Well, really quick, just to follow up on what Mr. Mitchell said, the clean and jerk is a phenomenal display of power and strength combined, all right? You got weights on the ground. Here's the thing, you got to move with speed to get it up. You're here, you got to move with speed because you're pulling it up as high as you can, and then you got to duck under it to catch it on your shoulders, and then stand up, and then they put all their maximum force into it and shove it up over their head. And then when they're here, they got to hold it. That's the strength part at the top. You got to hold that thing out. 600 pounds, 500 pounds over your head is no joke, all right? So, strength and power in the clean and jerk. Now, that's an interesting question because I've seen a lot of different strength things. The one I like to use in my class the most to demonstrate strength is in our Olympic unit, the tug of war. The tug of war, pulling back and forth, all right? That is a wonderful, wonderful pull of power. But here is the dynamic that I think probably one of the greatest moments of getting power in a sports variety, and well, power, I would say boxers. I see someone like Mike Tyson coming through with the speed, boom, boom. All right, there's the difference. There's power. Being able to hit someone with speed and generate maximum force versus, someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he looks like a big guy, and he's probably pretty strong, but he probably couldn't generate the speed to punch pretty hard. That's one example. But I think Jerome Bettis on the 3-yard line, trying to score a touchdown, is 4th and 3, and he gets hits the first guy, 3 guys jump on him, and he just carries the whole pile into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. All right? That is what I think of when I think of sports strength.
Now, his nickname was what?
The Bus. Ride the bus with us. Number 36 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, he was great. He was fun to watch. Fun to watch. Sports Factor.
All right, so if I'm going strength, I'm gonna go weird on you. All right, so where are the Olympics being held this summer?
Tokyo, Japan.
I'm thinking, who are the biggest, strongest guys in Japan?
Ooh.
I'm going sumo.
Woo.
I'm going sumo wrestlers. You ever seen those big behemoth sumo guys just trying to shove each other out of a small little circle?
Sumo wrestling.
Sumo wrestling. There's a good show of strength right there.
Excellent. Jolly Geographer.
Well, I'm not sure that the Sports Factor had a question there, so I'm gonna go around and try to divulge off of that. There, we did talk a little bit earlier about you seeing the logs and stuff and throwing that there. There is a country that has games every year for strength, and some of the clues on this country are they wear kilts, and they are ridiculously strong people that lived in highland and lowland clans throughout the years. All right, they play the bagpipes. What country is that, and what is the capital of that country?
And I'll throw one in now. You want my question?
Yes, sir.
What are they called, this competition? They have a name. What is the name of that competition?
All right, there we go. Strength, power, geography, all wrapped up in one. And here we are.
Excellent, excellent. Hey guys, why did the dumb weightlifter get a perm? Well, because their trainer told them that curls might help. I'll tell you, when you mention sumo wrestlers, boy, those guys, they got guts that I've never seen before.
Oh, man.
They throw that weight around like something else.
Strong
That's
and
amazing.
powerful.
Here's a quick principle for you guys before we let you go. All hard work brings a profit. Think about that. All hard work brings a profit, whether it be good or bad. If you're working at things that are bad, maybe dishonest, you're being disrespectful, irresponsible, but you're working hard at those things, you're going to get better at them. Just like if you work on good things, study habits, keeping your room clean, obeying your parents, things like that, you'll get better at it. So that's the principle. Realize all hard work brings a profit. What you work hardest at you get the best at. Whether it be muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility. How about this one? Attitude, singing, guitar playing, whatever it might be. We mentioned those things in the past. You'll get slowly better. So, everybody out there, everybody, keep working, but make sure the things you're doing are HR squared. Everybody keep working. And then once you get close to maybe the weekend or something, relax a little bit. But if you want to get really good, you might work through the weekend. But, well, actually, that reminds me of a song. Everybody's working for the weekend.
Woo!
Everybody wants a new romance.
Woo! What is going on here?
Well, we're still building healthy relationships.
What's the purpose of Bret Hart?
HR squared.
Honesty, respect, responsibility. Boys and girls, stay tuned. We got some strength treats coming for you right after this. Be posted right on the Canvas page, probably for these guys' class. I'll show my class. Always try to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And keep on pushing. Push out 3, 1, 2, 3.
1,